on the way here to Ultra, well, you're not going to miss the coverage of the PBA. Pick it up from 738 Sports Radio, and you'll be hearing Seb Sermenta, and our guest analyst is Levy Castillo, the Assistant Vice President of Nestle for Advertising. And Levy is a big know-how in sports. Quickly to Pumarin. Looking for Black. He finds him. Back again to him. Don't do that with Fabiosa around.
That's what I was saying. That was a very good back pass actually by Pumarin, but Fabiosa was wise to that.
Shot block coming from Norman.
Beautiful timing on the part of Norman. That, again, Bernard with almost a second steal.
Norman looking for the open man. Can't find any at the moment. Safely to Clee on the outside. Posting low. And Pumarin is open, and he gets two.
By the way, partner, Noli Banate is in the ball game for Great Taste Coffee. If you recall, Noli used to play alongside Norman Black, so maybe Coach Baby Dalupan wants to try him on Norman Black.
And here comes, that's a lot of bodies being banged.
Might be Franz Pumarin's foul.
Yes, that'll be his second personal. 2 in a row against him.
Franz Pumarin played quality basketball actually when he came in for Hector Calma against Tanduay.
Norman, you know, Norman is a mile away, and despite the fact that Michael Young is playing hurt, he can take it from the perimeter. So that lead has been cut down to 3. Here is Clee, taking the challenge out to Ko. Here's Pumarin. He wants to move a little bit closer, but we have illegal defense. It's going to go against Great Taste.
Warning of Great Taste Young for illegal defense.
He'll be on Michael Young. That's a warning. Swanless returns to the floor.
For Joy Carpio, who was really not very effective. Now, Atoy Ko is in the ball game. He's playing good defense against Ricky Cui, his former teammate, the defunct Manila Beer squad. But Atoy will have to also score more. That last game against Ginebra San Miguel, Atoy fared very poorly from the field.
And you know, partner, Norman Black really adjusting their game because they found their weak spot when they lost last Thursday, and they've been attacking and attacking the offensive boards.
Right.
And I think they had a very high shooting percentage in the first quarter. I wouldn't be surprised if they hit close to 60%. And that you'll have to appreciate when you look back at the game that they lost, and they had a low 42%. And Norman Black, a prolific shooter, you know, averaging 44 points. And right now he's got 25. We have a tremendous enthusiasm coming from both teams. And Fabiosa is always part of the scenario where there's a possibility that loose ball is just around. He's going to go for it.
You know, Bernard right now is playing just like Sonny Jaworski does for his team. He's a spark plug. Anyway, you were saying about Magnolia. In the first quarter, they shot 60% from the floor. Great Taste Coffee, only 48%. Magnolia had more rebounds, 15 to 12. And Michael Young takes a rest. Again, Bernard Fabiosa will steal. Oh, might be foul on Bernard Fabiosa.
Yes. And somehow Pumarin did not like the dive of Fabiosa, but you know, with Fabiosa around, that is just normal, except that Pumarin felt that the dive was a little bit too much for him. Okay. And look at that scramble, trying to spin around looking for it, and he will go for seconds. And this time, a little bit of a reaction coming from Pumarin, and when he saw that it was Fabiosa, he said, hey, this is the senior man. But Pumarin continues to play tough, and we have 2 players down on the floor, and Norman Black reacting, and a foul is going to go against Philip Cesar, trying to back off. A foul is going to go against Cesar, and Coach Baby Dalupan doesn't like it. That'll be the 3rd personal foul already called against Cesar.
Right.
But you know, the action has got to be what you got to focus on.
Right.
You've got to look
slow-mo,
at the foul.
Let's see that in slow-mo. Watch Philip there.
Okay. He leaned on Norman Black. He leaned on Norman Black when he knew he could not control possession, Waki, and Norman was there to get possession. He leaned on Norman. He was trying to fall on Norman. Why don't we replay it once more so that we can clarify that point?
Watch, though. Philip is saying that Norman initiated that contact. Watch Norman.
Okay, he does not get it.
The right hand of Norman.
No, but it's still a loose ball, and they have a right to go for it. He did not tackle Philip Cesar tried to lean on him. And Coach Baby DeLufan probably had a different perspective. And Cesar, because he reacted a little bit too much, a warning has been called on him. And a timeout is being asked by Coach Baby DeLufan. From my perspective, Roman was going straight. Let's watch again on the slow-mo. Look at the pass. And there is a shoulder leaning. Cesar leaned on Norman Black, and that's the reason why Norman Black was almost brought down, and he wanted to know the number of the truck that hit him. And a call against Philip Cesar, but we will correct our reporting earlier. Only the second personal foul on Philip Cesar. Now, an offensive foul has been called against Dignadice for his second personal foul. Time is 9:26 here in the second quarter, and at the moment, Magnolia Ice Cream is on by 5. But the ice cream makers playing with 14 fouls, so only 2 by Great Taste. Jump shot by Atoyko!
Well, I was about to say, okay, maybe that call by the referee was okay, but if Great Taste also didn't feel it was to their advantage, this might just make the players come up to par and play good basketball.
Oh, yes, it will bring out the
Sometimes
spirit, especially from Philip Cesar.
That
Good catch
adrenaline
by Wadless, and that is
right.
a pro.
Right, the adrenaline might start pumping, and that's exactly what's happening now. Only a 1-point lead for Magnolia.
And Waki, that's exactly what you have been subscribing to. As a matter of fact, even to the small plays that you're coaching, that if there's any controversy, leave it to the team captain or to me. You just keep your concentration on the game. Look at what's happened. Now it's a 1-point game.
That's right.
Out to Pumaren. Here's the Dignadice moving a little bit closer, but Michael Young is there. That's the reason. 3 seconds. They thought he was really going to take it. You know, a little while ago, an All-Filipino 5 was fielded by Coach Baby D. And then he decided, Michael Young, are you okay? So he's back in the floor. On the other hand, the guy who really took a lot of rebounds during the first quarter, Abed Kidabin, is back in the floor, in for Dignadice. Keep in mind that Kidabin scored 6 points in the first quarter, and he pulled down 7 rebounds. Here is Cesar. Michael Young in the corner. It looks okay. Turnaround shot. No basket. Graves is also back in the floor for Magnolia. And Fabiosa pressing the ball carrier. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Wow.
That's a Marco Polo move.
That's a maze of errors now for Magnolia, and they can't afford to do this. They need every offensive situation they can get.
And here's where the mind of the ice cream makers will have to continue to be sharp. You know, they've got to also concentrate. Nothing the time coming from Michael Young. Michael Young has been limited to 10 points. Had his first 8 during the first quarter. But he helps out in every manner, shape, or form. Here is Norman Black. He was just on fire during the first quarter. Right pass intended for Cui. Couldn't handle it. Apico was there and stripped him away from it. Here is Michael. He can hit in and out. Will now take it from 13. Couldn't ring the bell.
Yes, and no chance for offensive rebounding that time. Most of the Great Taste coffee makers were outside.
Inside, knocked away by Michael Young. Pass intended for Norman Black. Time is 7:26. It's a 1-point Magnolia lead, 41-40.
Well, I'll tell you, partner, since that controversial call, about 2-3 minutes back, Magnolia hasn't been able to score.
While Great Taste has played it real high. They've been very aggressive, and a jump shot from Norman Black, who came up with 27 points, knocking in 23 during the first. Norman normally would be about double-digit already the rebounds, but he's got 4 rebounds, but he will attend to the attack. Here is Cesar. Then he also points from him. Atoyko, when it gets hot, it's so difficult to stop it. Norman Black for his 5th rebound. He will take the point. Pumaren. Immediately Fabiosa was there. You've got to be careful with Fabiosa's around. Norman Black changed his mind.
Right. 3-second call on the coffee makers. You know, the field goal shooting percentage of Michael Young has been very low here.
Wait a minute. It's that precious nose again. And Pumaren is okay. He was trying to anticipate and intercept the pass. It's a little bit reddish, but he's okay. He's got a tough nose.
Right, Pumaren takes a rest time, and Hector Calma comes in for him. Michael Young has scored only 5 out of 20